Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to day 2, Lane of Wild Ridge. We are day 2 of the duck boat build. So we have pretty much figured out our camo pattern, and that's about something like we're gonna do. And I'll walk you guys through all that. We got our light bar and our wiring. We need to go borrow something from the Nitro though, because I need a battery to test out which lights on this boat work. So I'm gonna pull a battery from the old dirty as hell Nitro. Clean this thing out. Borrow that one. Borrow that battery. I'm borrowing my deep cycles from my. I got a 24 volt trolling system, trolling motor on this boat. So I'm gonna just snag a battery for today and make sure it works. So yeah, that is where I'm headed now. That sucked. Why do these people build these boats, put the batteries in such hard places to get out? I didn't want to disconnect that because that's got the 24 volt system and all the jumpers and everything. This one's got 2 wires on it. That runs like everything in the boat as far as like maintaining. So yeah, I had to get this battery out in this corner. It's also hooked up to my dual bank. That, yeah. That's not going back in this boat. This will get a new battery. But I just got off tired as hell, but we got parts. We got parts. So, we got in our light bar. Now, this light bar is from the Nilight company, and they said it's 20,000 lumens. We'll see. I got expensive stuff like that in my trucks and stuff. I'm just going for the, come on, come out of there, the cheapest build you can do. So, I got the spot in the flood. I think it's a 20 inch. I think it was like only 40 bucks. And then to save money for wiring, I just got the, I didn't get tinned marine wiring. Wherever I put the wire, came in a big spool. Oh, there it is. Came in a big spool. I think it's 100 feet, 16 gauge, 100 feet. So it's gonna be used for all the lights. So just to give you guys a lineup this afternoon, the rest of the lights are gonna come in. We're gonna have 2 blue LEDs here and here on this side of the boat, 2 there and there. Actually, I think I'm probably gonna do 4. So I got 6 of them, and they're pretty big and apparently they're pretty bright. So I'm gonna set them in here along the sides, and then I'm gonna do. I was gonna actually cut into this and then lay all my wire inside of it, and then either aluminum MIG weld it back up because I got an aluminum MIG welder, or I might just go a little easier and just run some conduit, not conduit, some like rubber hosing, something to protect and make sure nothing gets wet. And I'm gonna get rid of all this. And I could even use this to feed my wiring, actually, now that I think about it, and just drill holes and plug them. I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna keep these marker lights because these are the nav lights. This is gonna go bye-bye because it's ugly, and then the light bar is gonna sit up here. Well, hell, that little whatever rinky-dink wiring system they got there, turns out they work. They do work. So I think I might just put a raised mount on my light bar, put it over the top of the nav light, so I don't gotta do anything with that. That's primo. Problem is I got an on switch, so I think I'm just going to, I'm gonna cut this seat out. I'm gonna cut this open. I'm gonna put my panel inside. Or I'll mount it right against right here. I haven't decided yet, but I'm not gonna have seats on it either. This is gonna be a bench with I'm gonna mount a padded cushion to this whole thing, so you don't gotta get in the way with the tiller and all that when the mud motor's on it. I think that's gonna be the best way to go. I'm gonna pull this back and I'm gonna stuff it all down through there. Also, this is not gonna be here. Maybe not even on the boat, I'm not sure yet, but that's probably gonna go too. I'm really glad I checked the battery because otherwise I was gonna rip that stuff all off. But now I don't have to. Thinking this bad boy will sit pretty much right over the top of them. Put a raised mount on it so I can tip it, angle it whatever way I want. So it's a spot in a flood, so we'll see how good these things really are tonight, because it's gonna be dark here in probably an hour or so. I think I'm gonna throw this first coat of paint on, paint this whole thing tan, and then while I'm waiting, then I will get on with wiring. So that's what's happening. All right, sorry y'all, I did a lot of stuff off camera, but I needed to mount my light bar just over the top, so I went to Lowe's and got 2" by 1/4 inch thick solid aluminum. This is still drying, but to mount my light bar too, because I still need my what do you call it? Red and green, whatever that's called. Anywho, I just put it in this vise, measured it out however high I needed it, bent it, and yeah, drilled my hole through, grabbed a couple new bolts, and we are mounted. So this swivels whatever degree I needed to, so that'll work. I tightened it down a little bit too much, but yeah, it'll rotate and swivel on all these. So I can angle it whatever way I want, and we should be good to hook with that. I'm gonna run this all inside. I haven't decided if I'm gonna cut into this and open this up and then waterproof it while I run all my wires through, or if I'm just gonna put a secondary little C channel right in here, which is probably what I'm gonna do, because I got all my wiring and stuff here, and all I need to do is tack weld in that C channel, run all the way back, so my control box is gonna go right under my seat. So that's where we're at right now, ladies and gentlemen. So right now I got 16 gauge. I did not get marine wiring because I'm trying to do the cheapest build, but I am going to protect this wire pretty drastically. It's going to be totally watertight in its own sleeve, protected against the boat, and that should not see any water. So when I order on Amazon, and it's super cheap, I can drop this in the description box, are these pretty cool little self-soldering things where literally all you do is slide this over the wire, get my gauge right, slide this over the wire you're going to solder, then you twist tie them together, and then just heat it up with a lighter and it solders. I tried to test it out on my Mojos earlier today, or my Lucky Ducks, because I put those 12 volt monster remotes on them. And they are just, I don't like to bash companies, but they don't work at all. They do not work, not even the slightest bit. So they just slow down and speed up my spin. So it is what it is. Lesson learned. Buy the real ones. I think I gotta use blue. All right, so there you have it, those self-soldering little pieces. I hope you guys can see that. But all you do is heat it up with the lighter. Don't get the flame too close, obviously do it gradually. Give them little tugs, they're good to go. Good to go, they're sealed, waterproofed, and soldered, all with one little piece. Pretty slick little stuff. As I dump them everywhere. But they're labeled by color. You just pick your size, and you're good to go. Definitely recommend. Alright, so, got the lights wired up for tonight. Just to kind of see if everything works before I encase everything. I just got it kind of hung. It's gonna go in a protective sleeve, totally waterproof up on the side, but there she is, brighter than my future, man. Cool. This light bar is the Nye Bright. Sorry, I moved my hand. I think it's like 40 bucks. 40 bucks, 20,000 lumens is a spot and flood. Pretty excited about it. So that's the whole rig and get up. Those are also white lights. They're still taped from getting painted. But yeah, it's a pretty legit 20-inch light bar for 40 bucks. So I can't complain. I am going to do the rubber sleeve, and I'm going to waterproof the whole thing. These wires are going to stay because I don't have the time nor give a dang to get them out. So everything's going to be up in, I'm thinking like a 1/2 inch sleeve, full rubber or full plastic, waterproofed along the side. And I am going to pull out my control panel and actually probably finish some painting since the paint does dry. So I'm gonna start masking some more stuff up, trying to get it all rolling, get this video out to y'all, because the guys on the Instagram definitely want to see it. So coming at you as fast as we can. What do we have here? Another box of Amazon parts. Let's see what we got. I think this is my control panel. These are my lights. So these are our interior, well not, yeah, boat interior lights. They're all gonna be blue. And I think I'm just gonna self-adhese them. Yeah. So they got a self-adhesive and I'm probably gonna end up using that so I don't mess, I don't wanna drill right through the sides on it. If it had another layer, I probably would. What is this? Okay, what we got here? Oh yeah, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. This is my control box. So, now that the lights are all wired up, definitely gonna end up plugging this in. So, you get a quick look. This bad boy is gonna sit right in between the driver's seat. I think that's gonna be perfect. I'll put it over there. Yeah, I'm gonna go right dead center. Now I'm probably gonna make some kind of, I'll probably weld together some little aluminum cover to go over it or something so you don't kick the switches on accident. But we got voltage, we got USB ports, and we got a 12 volt standard outlet so we can use our spotlights and stuff. But I am pretty pumped about this. So let's see which wires we got here. These are, I believe, the lights. So set y'all up. It's the best you can of these lights. And they're on both sides separately wired, but they won't be for much longer. That's our headlights, or our light bar. This is the left side lights. So, see all that? I'll just hook this up so y'all can see it. Alright, so just so you all the light set up. Everything is internally ran. I got rid of all of their ugly, they had an old wire. I need to plug this. This is the only hole I forgot to plug. Everything's internally wired and wired separately for right now. Everything's going to be put on our switchboard, which is going to be mounted, as I said, right here. Our battery box and all our extra stuff for the boat and tools and things like that that I will need for the boat itself is all going to go in this box when I finish it. Everything, whenever you drill your holes, right? Drill a big enough hole. I drilled 1/2 inch holes so I can get my pick in there to pull the wires out. But make sure you seal it. See the sealant in there? Cover the light. I just used, I think it's all purpose, works on marine, fast dry, Alex fast dry, quick, easy caulk to use. I use it on anything. I caulked all these holes up. I'll probably spray this so it looks a lot better. But here's our headlights. Try not to blind the camera. Get affected by those lights. Got those done. Everything as far as wiring is concerned outside of the box and our main control panel is done.